Let's do a self-exploration meditation on There is only I. For this self-exploration, let's sit next to a window and let's close our eyes and just be. Just be. Just be. Recall a dream from last night. Whatever little bit that you remember from the dream is fine. Recall the dream. While dreaming, do you ever know that it is a dream? Doesn't it feel all real? Do you realize when you are dreaming, you forget yourself and you become the dream character? You feel that you are inside the body of the dream character, whatever the character was in your dream last night. Remember that. Do you realize that the dream character feels that the people, streets, buildings, trees, sky, everything is outside him and he is experiencing this from the inside? Do you realize that you, the dream character, felt that you were the subject and the people, buildings, streets, animals, sky were the objects? Now let's assume that in your dream last night, you became aware that you are dreaming. Your stand shifted from the dream character to the dreamer. When you, the dreamer, are looking at your entire dream world, whose awareness is it? Is it the dream character's awareness, or is it the dreamer's awareness? You will notice it is the dreamer's awareness within which both the dream character and its dream world containing of various dream objects has arisen. Both the dream subject and the dream object are present inside the dreamer's awareness. Both the dream subject and the dream object are present inside the dreamer's awareness. But what does the dream subject or the dream character assume? The dream subject or the dream character assumes that the awareness is his own personal awareness. He assumes that he is experiencing the dream objects because there is awareness inside him. He assumes an inside and an outside. The dream character assumes that the outside objects are his experience and he himself is the experiencer of those objects. Isn't this all an illusion? But yet, during the dream, it seems completely real. When you wake up from this dream, what happens? When you wake up from this dream, what happens? You realize that in the dream state, there was no real inside or outside. You were the dreamer, you were the dream character too, and you were the contents of the entire dream world. There was nothing in that dreamland that was outside the dreamer's mind or dreamer's awareness. All the objects, trees, buildings, people, streets, animals, sky, were all inside the dreamer's mind, the dreamer's awareness. There is no outside. So let's clearly compare the dream state and the waking state. When you had taken the stand as the dream character, you had assumed that you were aware and conscious by yourself. Who did that awareness really belong to? It belonged to the dreamer, not to the dream character. Similarly, in the waking state, I have assumed that the person is aware and conscious. I believe that the body-mind is conscious and alive by itself. But in my own direct experience, I recognize that the so-called waking state person is neither alive nor conscious by itself. Its aliveness, awareness is borrowed from the pure consciousness. In fact, there is no person. Just like there is no dream character. When you had taken the stand as the dream character, you had assumed that you were the subject inside the body of the dream character. And all the objects of the dream world were outside you. Similarly, in the waking state, the person assumes that he is the subject and the objects of the waking world are outside him. When you had taken the stand as the dream character, you had assumed that you were the subject, existing in a realm of time and space, experiencing cause and effect happening in the dream world. Similarly, in the waking state, the person assumes that he is the subject, existing in a realm of time and space, experiencing cause and effect happening in the waking world. When you had taken the stand as the dream character, you had assumed that you experience the dream world through the eyes of the dream character. That is why you assumed that awareness was localized behind the eyes, somewhere in the brain or in the mind of the dream character. Similarly, in the waking state, I have assumed that I am the person because when I open my eyes, I am aware of the world. When I close my eyes, I lose awareness of the world. So I have come to believe that awareness is localized behind my eyes, either in my brain or in the mind. Thus, I believe that I am the body-mind that is aware, and awareness resides behind my eyes. This has led to the false development of personhood. This has led to the illusion of a separate self. The illusion of a separate self was strengthened by beliefs, conditionings, and stories. The more stories that I believed in, the more the separate self became stronger. When you had taken the stand as the dream character, you had assumed that the thoughts that were arising were yours. You felt that you were thinking. In reality, they were all the dreamer's thoughts. Similarly, in the waking state, the separate self now assumes that he is thinking. The thoughts belong to him. He becomes the subject, the thoughts become the object. This strengthens the idea or the illusion of personhood. These are the reasons that made me feel that I am the person that is aware and conscious. These are the reasons that I have always felt that I am an individually existing conscious entity called the person that has a body and a mind. that does actions, that thinks, that exists in the world, that experiences the world and gains knowledge of the world. But through my own direct experiential recognition, when I realize that I am the light of awareness itself and not the false or illusory person, then this belief falls away. Then I recognize that everything is the light of awareness, the light of pure consciousness. There is no thought, there is no body, there is no world. There is only pure consciousness. The world was never born. Now slowly open your eyes and look outside the window. Are the trees, the buildings, the street, the people, animals, the sky, are they all outside? Is there an outside? Is there an inside from where you are looking at them? Does an inside exist? Look down at your own body. The person carries a subtle belief that the skin of the body forms a border between inside and outside. Is it true that there is a border between inside and outside? Close your eyes. In your own direct experience, can you sense an inside or outside? Are you located inside and not outside? Can you localize yourself? When you wake up from this waking dream, the person dies. Just like the dream character dies when the dreamer becomes the waker. Wake up from this waking dream and see that everything is inside me. I am the light of awareness in which shines every experience, every knowledge. All of it is inside me. In fact, all of it is me. There is only I.